Top 10 Blackest States in the U.S. in 2025. A deep dive into African American demographics. As of 2025, the African American population continues to play an integral role in shaping the social, cultural, and economic landscapes of the United States. While discussions about racial demographics often focus on overall numbers, a different perspective emerges when analyzing the states where Black residents make up the highest percentage of the population. These states are not only home to large African American communities but also serve as cultural and historical hubs that have defined Black American experiences for generations. The significance of these states extends beyond demographics. Many of them have deep historical ties to slavery, the civil rights movement, and Black cultural contributions in music, literature, business, and politics. From the Deep South, where Black history is deeply intertwined with the nation's past, to mid-Atlantic states with strong Black political and economic influence, these states represent the heart and soul of Black America. (1) Mississippi, 37.2%. Mississippi holds the distinction of being the state with the highest percentage of African American residents. With Black people making up 37.2% of the population, the state is steeped in a history that is both painful and proud. Mississippi was once the epicenter of slavery and racial segregation, but it is also home to some of the most powerful figures in the civil rights movement. Icons such as Medgar Evers fought tirelessly against Jim Crow laws, and sites like Money, Mississippi, remain infamous for the murder of Emmett Till, an event that galvanized the civil rights movement. Despite a legacy of racial injustice, Mississippi's Black population has preserved and celebrated its culture in ways that continue to influence the nation. The state is widely credited as the birthplace of the blues, with legends such as B.B. King and Muddy Waters emerging from its soil. Today, the Black community in Mississippi is actively engaged in politics, education, and entrepreneurship, fighting for economic development and social equity. However, Mississippi still faces economic and healthcare challenges that disproportionately affect Black residents. Issues such as high poverty rates, limited access to healthcare, and disparities in education remain obstacles to full racial equality. Nevertheless, the resilience of Mississippi's Black population is evident, with ongoing efforts to uplift communities through education, business ownership, and political activism. (2) Louisiana, 31.6%. Louisiana's African American population, at 31.6%, is deeply woven into the fabric of the state's culture and history. The state's Black heritage is a unique blend of French, Spanish, African, and Caribbean influences, which have shaped everything from its music and food to its religious practices. New Orleans, one of the most culturally rich cities in the country, is a testament to the resilience and creativity of Black Louisianans. The state's history includes both triumph and struggle. Louisiana was home to some of the largest slave markets in the South, and racial segregation persisted well into the 20th century. The impact of Hurricane Katrina in 2005 disproportionately affected the Black population, displacing thousands and highlighting systemic inequalities in housing, infrastructure, and disaster relief efforts. Despite these hardships, Black culture continues to thrive in Louisiana. Jazz music, gospel traditions, Creole cuisine, and second-line parades are all deeply rooted in African American contributions. Black entrepreneurship is also on the rise, particularly in cities like Baton Rouge and Shreveport, where new generations are redefining what it means to succeed in South. Three. Georgia, 31.5%. Georgia's African American population makes up 31.5% of the state, with Atlanta serving as one of the most prominent hubs of Black culture, business, and politics in the country. Often referred to as the Black Mecca, Atlanta is home to a thriving Black middle and upper class, world-renowned historically Black colleges and universities, HBCUs, such as Morehouse and Spelman, and a booming entertainment industry that has transformed the city into the Hollywood of the South. Georgia has long been at the forefront of Black political power. The state played a crucial role in the civil rights movement, with leaders like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. leading the charge from the streets of Atlanta. More recently, Georgia has become a battleground for voting rights, with leaders like Stacey Abrams mobilizing Black voters and shifting the political landscape. Despite its successes, Georgia's Black community continues to fight for fair housing, criminal justice reform, and equitable economic opportunities. The disparities in income, education, and healthcare remain significant, but the state's Black population remains politically engaged and determined to push for change. Four. Maryland, 29.9%. Maryland's proximity to Washington, D.C., has long made it a stronghold of Black political influence and economic success. With an African American population of 29.9%, the state has some of the highest rates of Black homeownership and Black professionals in the country. The city of Baltimore, in particular, has been a cultural and historical epicenter for Black America, producing influential figures such as Frederick Douglass and Thurgood Marshall. Maryland's Black population has played a crucial role in shaping the state's economy, with many working in government, healthcare, and technology. However, like many states with large Black populations, Maryland also faces stark racial disparities, particularly in Baltimore, where issues like crime, underfunded schools, and police violence have long been points of concern. Five. Alabama, 26.4%. Alabama, with a Black population of 26.4%, has an undeniable place in African American history. The state was a battleground for the civil rights movement, with cities like Montgomery, Birmingham, and Selma serving as the backdrop for some of the most pivotal moments in the fight for racial equality. The Montgomery bus boycott, led by Rosa Parks and Dr. King, changed the course of history, and the marches from Selma to Montgomery remain symbols of Black resilience. Despite this legacy, Alabama still struggles with systemic racism and economic disparities. Many Black communities face limited access to healthcare, lower wages, and higher incarceration rates. However, Alabama's Black population remains politically active and deeply committed to preserving the history and culture that have made the state a cornerstone of Black identity in America. Conclusion. The distribution of African Americans across these states tells a story of resilience, perseverance, and an unwavering commitment to progress. While these states have some of the highest percentages of Black residents, they also bear the weight of historical oppression, systemic racism, and socioeconomic disparities that continue to impact Black communities today. However, The power of these communities cannot be overlooked. From the booming black business sector in Atlanta to the cultural heritage of Louisiana and the political engagement in Maryland, these states serve as both reminders of the past and beacons of the future. As black populations continue to grow and reshape America's social and political landscape, these states will remain at the heart of black culture and influence. Whether through music, activism, entrepreneurship, or community leadership, the blackest states in America are more than just numbers on a demographic chart. They are a testament to a rich, complex, and ever-evolving legacy. Legal disclaimer. This article is intended for informational and educational purposes only. The demographic data presented is based on available research and estimations from various sources as of 2025. While efforts have been made to ensure accuracy, population percentages may vary due to ongoing census updates and state population shifts. This content does not constitute legal, financial, or political advice. Readers are encouraged to conduct further research and consult official sources for the most up-to-date demographic information.